she definitely deserve her own like. She definitely need her own TV show. Tia Kim, she's hilarious, bro.
Like, she's one of them up. She be eating niggas up. She ate Charleston White up so bad.
Yeah, she really did.
Krishan Rock, she ate her up.
Nah, for real. Hey, she really ate Krishan Rock up. For real, for real.
Man, had me rolling. She said, "Man, if my baby had special needs, I wouldn't have that baby on the internet." And I knew that baby was. I knew something was gonna be wrong with that baby. I'm like, that girl off too many drugs.
She was
That
getting
baby
blazed.
is not gonna be safe.
She was damn near getting blazed up, popping pills. She was probably doing
Man,
the whole
she came
nine.
out with a smash. She came out with a smash gospel hit, and now she's right back on garbage.
You know that's normally what they do. You know what I mean? But hey, that's life. Hey, you got to think, man. Life. That's how life be coming, man. Like you be
Huh?
trying to be on the, you be trying to be on the straight and narrow, but like, man, sometimes like, shoot, man, life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? So one day you be like on the right path, and then you just go astray. You know? So it's just life is one of them things where man you could like you be trying to be right and you try to but then man somehow
She ain't just got out of jail. She just had a baby. Like I don't knock. I'm not saying I'm a Christian, so I don't judge nobody on their religion and how they show it. It's just It's just odd to me when people do that, because then it's like you open yourself up for people to say something.
true.
Like you literally had like a church gospel performance, and less
That's
than
fact.
6 months later, I see you back on the internet smoking and drinking and cussing and acting a fool. It's like that's just to me that just don't seem genuine. And
Nah, that's facts.
anybody who's lived life long enough knows that you don't move like that. It's just like old girl Brittany Reiner. You know what I mean? Trying to be Muslim and dressing all like that for what? All of 6 months, and now she's right back out here doing her
Well,
again.
but see, she did it for the wrong reasons. At least like Krishan Rock, she did it like probably on her own, trying to find her own self. Brittany Renner did it like to me
Yeah.
because she was in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like you should never change who you are just to like make a relationship right. When I say that, I mean like your beliefs. If your beliefs is one thing, cool. But if it's changed within time, that's good. That's all right. But just like to be in a relationship, that's the wrong. That's you doing it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So hey,
Absolutely. But we can get into it whenever you.
y- yeah, we okay. We gonna get into it, man. Hey, man, this the Benchmark Podcast. It's your boy Broadway Beats. Hey, I got your boy with me. Neef, aka Mr. Perp. Hey, he only perping you up if you messing
Yes,
with the
sir.
Vikings, man. Hey, and hey, don't put the juju on right now. He said the season coming up, so don't wear no, you know what I'm saying, Jefferson jerseys, man. Leave them in the,
Nah, nah.
get you a Randy Moss
Yeah,
or get you
leader
something
these
like a
jerseys.
Warren Moon. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
rock that.
The
You know?
Dante Culpepper, the
Yeah,
Chris Carter, somebody
yeah,
who's gone and is a legend. Not none of these young bulls that's ready to go on the team now, because it's just been an ultimate jinx.
yeah. So okay, yeah. So he don't want none of that juju. So you feel me? Get
To
you a
that.
throwback. Yeah. Uh,
Facts.
but so yeah, we gonna get into the podcast, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. This just came in today, man. So Bradley Bill, it looked like Bradley Bill, he's it's gonna be a buyout with the Suns. He's going through a buyout. It already done happened with the Suns, and they saying that he gonna be joining the Clippers. Do you think it will work, or do you think it's gonna fail, man? How you think it's gonna go with Bradley Bill over there with the Clippers if it happens?
I think that's a beautiful move for him, and I think at this time in his career and with that team, with the coach, with the players, I think he's gonna be a good fit. He's a veteran. He's a pure scorer. His only knock on him has always been health. It's just always been his knock. So if he can stay, I mean, they got a lot of people on their team that at this point in their career is really about health. So if they can stay healthy, they could be a top three seed in the West, top five seed in the West. Even if he doesn't stay healthy. I still feel like they could be a top 10 playoff type caliber, at least a playoff eight seed or above, even with him being mediocre throughout the season. But I do believe it's a better move for him personally, for his career, for his legacy, and it was just never going to work with the Suns. Once they got to the playoffs and got winning that the year before, writing were on the wall. It just didn't seem like a good fit with that chemistry of a team. And so I'm glad they blew it up because now at least Booker has the opportunity to resurrect his career because he went from a top five player to I don't really hear anybody bring his name up.
Man, woo, you preach. You preaching on that one, like for real, for real. Like I damn near forgot who he is. He seemed like just a regular all star. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? So,
He definitely
um,
dropped in my book too, Broadway. I mean, he definitely did just off of the strength of I mean, your team ain't been doing nothing. Like y'all went to the finals and then y'all didn't get to. I think y'all got beat by Dallas. Y'all
yep,
got blasted by Dallas. I think
yep.
with Brunson. And then after that, it's just been playoff sweep, no playoffs. Like he's kind of like I said, he's kind of fell out of that top tier caliber of a player just because of the performance of him and his team.
You know what? Them the facts. And I always say this. I always say this about what you call it. When you playing, when you like whenever I talk to people who give high praises to players that they succeed most of the time, like where they in the system and it's just them. I always say, man, you really don't know who the player really is until you put them around some other talent. And when you see what they look like around some other talent, that's really who they are. Cause like, man, you could throw any of us on the team by ourselves and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, Neef, shoot 35 times. And you're gonna probably average at least 20 points after you get into the flow of like what you supposed to do, you know what I mean? So um, that's easy. So, you know what I'm saying? But what you gonna do when you get put in a system where it's like, okay, run something, put somebody else in a great position. How's that gonna work? And for me to get down to my answer, I said all that, but I'm gonna get to my answer. I feel like this situation with Bradley Beal going to the Clippers, it's either going to be a good thing or a bad thing. It just depends on like what role they put him in because I don't know if he's going to be a good starter. And then my question is how well will he accept being a role player like six man? Because you know we seen Carmelo go through it a little bit. It was hard for him to accept being a six man and come off the bench, and it kind of took him like a year and a half, 2 years. And I know, like for
Well,
sure, like they ain't probably tripping because they ain't paying them nothing but like 11 million. You feel me? So it
Well, I
ain't
just
that
want to say
bad,
this to you right now, just to say this to you, because this is what I believe. I don't know this. I haven't seen any of this. This is what I believe. I believe they're going to try him as a starter.
right?
There's just something in me that they're not going to bring him on board if he's not a starter. And with them losing Powell, that opens up minutes for him to be a starter. So I think that's going to be the original plan. And then they're just going to go from there.
Cause they looking at it like the 50 piece, like okay, he can be our new Paul George kind of like it kind of worked decent with Paul George. So they probably looking at it like that. Of course, you're not gonna get that defense, but if you can get them offensive numbers, it's gonna be pretty decent if it works. But
Still can give you 18 a night or better. At this stage of his career, you're getting every penny out of that boy.
That's true. And let's be honest. We don't know if that son situation would have worked. It's what you said too. Before we move on, he just been hurt. If he could stay healthy, it might work wherever he go. Because Bradley Bill ain't a bad player. You know what I'm saying? He's
Not
nice.
at all.
So
Absolutely,
he got that Penny Hardaway syndrome right now. So you know what I mean. But we gonna move on.
sir.
So speaking on injuries, man, Paul George, man, he underwent knee surgery, I believe today. My question is this for you. Since we've been seeing him, he just stay going through a surgery this, surgery that, surgery this, surgery that. My question is his prime basically over with, or do you still think he got more in the tank? Like, what you think?
Oh, it's been gone.
It's out of
His
there?
pimp juice. His last year where I seen Paul George play like a half of what he was with the Pacers was way back in OKC.
Man,
Ever since he left OKC, he hasn't been the same player since. He's just been going steadily downhill. And I've watched
I can feel
basketball
that.
enough. You watch basketball enough. We've seen great players over the years in their decline, and this is what we see. This is exactly what we see, Broadway. You know as
True.
well as I do. This is exactly what we see. We see a major drop off in
Right.
production, ability. Like you don't get younger with age. You know what I mean? Like your
Right.
game doesn't go backwards with time. So I I think this is. I mean, if the Sixers can get anything out of that boy, it's a bonus. And I mean that with the bottom of my heart. I love the boy's game, always have, but he's never really truly been the same since he broke his leg in the Olympics.
Right. He's been decent, but he ain't been
But
the Paul
like
George that we
damn
know.
near where you're like, whoa, okay, like like how he was with the Pacers, and thinking
Yeah.
he was that one. He was the next
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, he was the next. We probably wouldn't even be talking about Kawhi Leonard. We'd have probably been talking
Hell,
about, you
man,
feel
what?
me?
He was the new T Mac.
Yeah,
He was the new T Mac. He was the 6'9" shooting guard with handle and a scoring ability and can lock down on the defensive end. All that went out the wind. Like I said, OKC, Dame Lillard, bye bye. Dame Lillard said bye bye to him and his ability. Here you go.
nah,
Let me
that's
take
facts.
the hose.
Yeah, that's facts. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. I love, like you said, man. I love Paul George, man. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, damn, his prime over with. But yeah, it's over with. Like he ain't gonna be able to get you 30, 25 to 30 points a game.
It's
That's out
over.
the door. Yeah. I mean, if he
Yeah, he
do,
might go crazy at night. He might
yeah,
give you one of them D rolls, 50 balls, tears in his eye, but that's about it.
yeah, exactly. He can't really like man. There ain't really a lot of players that can be like LeBron and make it to 40 years old and
Man,
still the engine still be
man,
doing its
that's
thing.
why.
Like
That's why I don't. That's we. I don't even. You know how I feel about LeBron, so I don't even know why you brought his name into this because you know it's just straight blasphemy that I have to deal with the haters of LeBron because he
right,
makes it look like niggas is supposed to be able to do that. But that's what I'm saying. That's what makes what he does so cold because clearly ain't no one else gonna be able to do that.
man. And when we see people who stay in the league that long, they slow the hell down, like
Man,
all
what
the way.
5 years ago? Five
Well,
years ago, the
true.
boys was cooked, cooked.
Yeah,
Brian game gave him the ability to go from the three to the
he's
and
still
still be a top five. He's still a top five four in the league, not just in the West.
yeah. He the only problem with him now is that he don't got that extra um,
No,
thing that could get you the ring. He needs the extra players. Like before,
man,
he could
he
do it
don't.
himself. but he can't
But
do it
that's
himself
that's
no
what
more.
that's what allows us to know what we're saying about Paul George. The ability for us to see and have saw Patrick Ewing with the damn Orlando Magic, to see Elijah Wan with the Raptors. Like, we've seen
Yeah,
this movie. We've
yeah,
seen this, bro. We've seen this.
yeah. You
It's
right.
just
You
another
don't,
Negro with a different
man.
jersey on a, with a different name. But we've seen the superstar decline in team to teams that they go to, and just how their game ain't never the same.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. And we seen it with Iverson. Like he was still hooping, but man, he after he
Man,
left,
who
man, it was
probably
over.
remember the last, was it Memphis, the last team he was
Memphis.
on?
They told him he was gonna be on
You,
the
you can
bench. He was like,
tell
hell
me
no.
if I was if tomorrow I was to go get me a Memphis Iverson jersey, everybody would be clowning me on the internet talking about that is nasty word.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing. So,
If it wasn't for us having this conversation, we wouldn't even
huh?
have never. I know for sure Sixers. I know for sure Denver. That
Yeah,
was just a guess.
in Detroit, right? Didn't he play for Detroit for a couple?
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah,
Detroit. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Them is nasty work jerseys, man.
yeah.
You get you
You
a
can't.
you get you a even a Denver one. You get you a Denver Ivo.
He
Cats
was
is
still
gonna be
killing.
looking at you like, man, you don't throw
Yeah,
that jersey in the trash.
yeah. It's still, man. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm gonna get an Iverson jersey, it's only gonna be that Sixers one. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't getting no Denver.
What? No, it's either Sixers or Georgetown.
You feel me? Like for real. But all right. We gonna push on, man. We gonna move on to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Um,
No.
with the
Oh,
NFL, man, with Travis Sanders, you know, the NFL's about to
Travis
start.
Sanders. Who was that?
I mean, Travis Hunter, my bad. I'm tripping. Travis Hunter. I done made some name. Travis Hunter, my bad. With Travis Hunter being the number one,
You gave his coach name.
man, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, but Travis Hunter being the number one draft pick. My question is, what is the projections for him this year? Do you think he gonna be the best rookie this year, or how you think he gonna do?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Um, Part of me thinks he's going to do some. It's going to be exactly how it kind of was the first year he was at Colorado. Like, I think he's going to have good numbers. I think he's going to have some splash plays, but I think it's going to take him a couple of years to really fine tune his exact role in playing both ways. I think they're going
Right.
to have to, they're just going to tweeter with it. It's just, you don't really know. It's never really been done to the capacity of where he's trying to do. So, and someone said this, and I totally forgot about it. I forgot what analyst it was that said this because I'd love to give him the credit. But whoever it is, analyst out there, you know who I'm talking about because you said it first. I'm just speaking what I heard. Um, the fact that he was able to play that many years both ways in Colorado in that altitude and having the stamina to do it gives me the belief that he's going to be able to play both sides a lot more than what people may think, but it's
Right.
not going to be exactly like it was in college. It ain't going to be 50-50 snaps. There's just no way.
Right.
Um, Durability wise, with the 18 games or 17 games, I forgot how many it is now, and just the wear and tear of playing against that caliber of a corner and that caliber of a receiver week in, week out, that just doesn't make logical sense. However, to answer your question, I think he's going to be in the top three for defensive. I'm not defensive, offensive player of the year, offensive for rookie. And then he might get a couple of votes for defensive player of the year, but I just don't see. I think he's going to really struggle on the defensive side, and I think he's going to excel and have better numbers offensively.
I can feel that. I believe that Travis Hunter is probably gonna be in the middle of the pack. I don't think he's gonna do as good as we think. So I think he kind of undersized So you're gonna have him on
Yo,
offense a little bit. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now again.
Okay, yeah. I was saying I think he gonna be in the middle of the pack because I feel like right now, just looking at his body structure, I think he kind of undersized for the NFL to be like a receiver. And so with that being said, like you said, durability, that's the key to me. I don't know how well he gonna be able to stay healthy. So that's gonna be the tell of the tape for me. It's just gonna be about him staying healthy. But I don't think he's gonna be a top rookie this year. I think a top one of them top rookies is gonna probably be one of them quarterbacks or Ashton Genty. I just believe the way he do run, he run. I just believe he got probably the best chances to come out as to being the best rookie. Like if I go off of projections and the numbers, I'm gonna say Ashton Genty gonna be the best rookie this year coming up. But he definitely gonna
Agree with
be
you
like you
on
said
that,
in the
but
top.
we can talk about that another time.
Yeah, but he definitely gonna be in the top. But yeah, that's my take on that, man. So
Okay. Do you think he's going to be a better offensive player or defensive player as a rookie, or which one do you believe he's going to be a better player at?
I think he gonna be a better offensive player, like you said, and I think on defense, it's gonna be about the speed. So they might expose him a little bit just because he's the number one pick, and so they gonna test him
Oh
out.
yeah,
You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, they're
They
definitely.
gonna test him out.
Yeah, it's a copycat league too. So, once they see that a certain route or a certain amount of routes, and it's what I mean, it's gonna be something that they find with a chink in his armor that he's gonna have to go back. Because like I said, his if you look at his first year in Colorado, he wasn't that good. He was getting toasted and
True.
roasted at corner. And at receiver, he really didn't have the numbers like he did this year. Like I said, I think it's just going to take him a year or two to really fine tune his game. Them have a better game plan of how they want to utilize his skill set. And I just think there's one thing that you said that I disagree with in regards to his frame. The way the NFL is played now, it doesn't really matter how big you look. Dude, Devontae Smith at with the Eagles. That boy is as big as a fishing rod. But that boy gets out there and gets busy. The only time he's ever really got rocked was this year, and that's because they decided to throw his little self something over the middle. Like so, other than that, he's usually getting the ball 20 yards downfield. So he's not really, or if it is a bubble screen, he got a couple blockers in between, but he's just not really out there being exposed. And like I
Yeah.
said, the way that the NFL is ref now, and I just don't think it's really a matter of size anymore. Like
Well,
you
I'm
can
saying,
be a little receiver and still have a great impact as far as your frame goes. Your
well,
durability, like you said, like we both
yeah,
agree, is going to be an issue because
that's
you're
it.
that little. But
That's
as
it.
far as your ability on the field while you're out there, I think that's why I said I think he's gonna have more success offensively because
He's an
his
athletic
eyeball,
freak.
man,
He's
he's a
fast.
freak of nature athletically.
Yeah.
He's got a gift for his eye ball hand coordination. Like the boy can catch out this world. And so with those two combinations, no matter what, and then the fact that he's got another dog on the other side of him, I just don't see how he's not going to have success on that. And he got a decent quarterback at that position on offense. Defensively, it's still going to be, like I said, they're going to do some stuff, bubble screen them, make them have to tackle, make them have to go on these, 20-yard five outs 2 or 3 times in a series. And that person ain't even getting the ball, but they just want to see how his endurance is. That type of stuff. Or double move stuff. You know what I mean? So it's we're
Yeah.
gonna see. It's gonna be beautiful to watch because I love his game. I love his attitude, and I think he's a special talent.
Yeah. Now, for the future, I think now this ain't even in the a question, but for the future, I do think he's gonna be a Hall of Fame cornerback. I don't know about wide receiver, but he's for sure going to be a Hall of Famer if he can stay healthy. I could just look. I could just tell like he catch on to the game real quick. So it ain't gonna take too long for him to, you know, bite down on the mouthpiece and figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay, so
I agree.
all right, so Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers, he with the Steelers, man. How do you think he gonna perform this year with the Steelers? Do you think he got chance to, you know what I'm saying, still be a elite quarterback, or is it over for him?
And cook.
He's
He's
cooked.
like yeah, man, what? He's like that little crusty, you know how if you cooking a burger or something and it got the little residue in the pan and you
Yeah.
forget to cut the pan off and it just overcooks and now you got the smoke coming all the way into your fan and you got to open windows because the alarm for to go off. That's what type of
Uh,
cooked he is.
you
He's
call it that's
overcooked.
charred. That's charred.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. You know why I love it, Broadway? Because I'm tired of these Steeler fans and all the rhetoric that they spill. Because y'all have had 3 head coaches in 75 years.
That's crazy.
I give you all the credit in the world. When y'all start seeing the reality of quarterback play go all the way downhill after Ben Roethlisberger took his happy ass on out into the pastures,
Yeah.
y'all don't have a clue. Y'all won't draft a good quarterback. Y'all just don't
Yeah.
even have it in your DNA. It seems like Ben Roethlisberger fell in your lap almost. That's how I feel. Because y'all
Yeah.
clearly don't know what to do with the quarterback position. Y'all would
Think
rather
of
go get an old fart and a half. Like, what are y'all doing? You went from an old fart with Russell Wilson, and then you had the wherewithal and the smarts and the common sense to go get a young bull and Justin Fields at the same time. Okay,
man,
let's see how this works. A young bull and a veteran. You had a little bit of success with the young bull. Not a whole lot, but it wasn't terrible. Then you throw Russell Wilson in. All he did was put maybe 1 inch on that little bit that Justin Fields did. And then you
yeah,
double down with a guy who's older, off of an Achilles injury in his last 2 years, and has
man,
told you this is his last year. Like, there's nothing in me that tells me that they are not. If they're at 500, I would be shocked.
man. I always
So to
feel some
answer
type
your
of way.
question, he's cooked. He's
Yeah.
done, and the team he's that signed him is even more cooked.
Look, I always feel like when you do that, last hope, it just never works. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers probably not even finishing the season. That's how I look at it. But that's just me. You hear it right now. I'm telling
Man,
y'all right now, look, he ain't gonna make it through the whole season. So like, hey, you said it best. What they should have did was kept their money in Justin Fields and held on to him until they figured out the next move. You know what I'm saying? They could have waited till like
exactly,
this next year
exactly.
and
Now you
drafted
got him
something.
and you got him in the system another year. You ain't got Metcalf, so instead of you having Pickens, you got Metcalf now.
Right.
I believe they drafted back again, so you know they're gonna be heavy run anyway. Like,
It don't make
you're
no
the
sense.
third best team in your division, and it's only because of the quarterback.
Yeah, I was gonna say that don't make no damn sense to even do that. To you know what I'm saying? And like
Man, it's ass backwards, bro. You don't double down on old heads unless you got a ready to go. Everything else in your team is ready to go. That's the only way you double down on the old head. Like, your offensive line is too legit to quit. Your defense is down. Like, they don't have that.
they don't.
Like, what are
And
you doing?
this always make me feel like the Brett Favre when he went to the Vikings. It was like, man, I was pissed.
No, no, no,
He did
no,
decent.
no,
No, but
no.
listen to what my point. Listen to my point is. It goes
You
back to
already lost me, though, bro.
no, no.
Because
Listen,
he
look,
damn
look.
near got the Super
He
Bowl.
did straight, but
That's basically saying
let
Aaron
me make my
Rodgers.
point.
That's,
But wait, let me make my
I'm
point. Let
listening.
me make
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen.
my point is this. It's not that Brett Favre didn't do good. My point is that Brett Favre's durability wasn't there. So at the when he almost got hurt, you feel me? So like when we needed him to come through, he got hurt. So I'm not saying that he can't win. What I'm saying is it don't matter how much damn winning he do. When them playoffs come, you gonna get hurt. You're not finishing the whole. It's over with. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Brett Favre. I'm not comparing the season stats of what I believe he gonna do to, you know what I'm saying, Brett Favre. I'm just saying the durability. We depended on Brett Favre, and we should have just put our money in something else, and we would have probably had a better chance over time, because
Well, I gotta
that
rebuttal that. I
durability
have to
caught
rebuttal that. I have to
that
rebuttal that.
durability caught up with us. So you know what I'm
Nah,
saying? We
I
didn't
had to
win any
rebuttal
damn
that
way.
because
But
you
go
know
ahead.
why? It wasn't his dirt. It was two things. I'm ending it two things. You got Bounty Gate. That's what that sealed his fate. Once he got Bounty Gate, he was never the same. Number two,
Right.
he his career ended on a concussion. I thought he was dead at TCS. This is before they had put the little coils in the ground to make the surface a little warmer on cold days. This was but like the second or third season TCF was even open. And nigga, the way he hit that concrete, I mean that grass looked like his head bounced off of concrete because the boy was dead for about 2 minutes.
He was out of there. He definitely seen
And I
stars.
just think if he didn't go through the bounty gate, I think he would. I honestly think he might have even got us to the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna say we the one against against the Colts, because God knows it's the Vikings and it's the Colts, and Peyton Manning was a cold piece back then. But I think we honestly that was our best chance outside of '98. You know what I mean? Like the way the season went, like even with the miracle in Minnesota, I didn't feel confident going into Philly that we was gonna win that game. I felt confident going into the Saints game, and we should have won had they not did the bounty gate and had them boys out there doing all that extra dirty stuff
Yeah.
to Brett Favre.
Man, he was getting
But that's another
lit the hell
story
up.
for another day.
Yeah.
They
I
broke
feel
that
you.
boy off.
Yeah, they lit him up. They lit him up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we could talk about Brett Favre and that all day, because you know what I'm saying. Like I said, man, um,
Mm-hmm.
you know
Talk
that
Skull
we
Nation, man. So you know
I love
I can go fight for fight.
but I love where I love the space that they're in now, because now they're investing in quarterbacks. They're not trying to go find something. So that's great to me. That's
Bro,
better than
that goes back to our original point in this whole
yes
conversation and this
sir,
whole question in reference to the Steelers. You
yes sir.
had there's it's never been a Super Bowl winning team consistently having success year after year with someone else's leftovers.
Right.
Tampa
That's it.
Bay and Tom Brady, lightning in the bottle.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's always generally been, and this is from the history of the damn NFL. This ain't like I'm just saying the last 20 years. This is the
True.
history of the NFL. It's proven. It has to be a quarterback that you drafted, you believed in, and you brought him on up.
That's
And
facts.
it's usually 8 times out of 10 a coach and a quarterback that were around each other for at least 2 to 3 years, if not longer.
Yeah. And it gives you time. It gives you time to make the system go around the quarterback. Because if you try to throw a superstar
Just the
quarterback,
system, the
true,
team, the new blueprint that was put out by Seattle is you draft a quarterback and it gives you the flexibility financially to build around them.
right? But then you ain't
That's the
gotta.
blueprint.
But see, that's the blueprint. But also, like, I feel like since they go get try to go get a franchise quarterback, they think would be like trying to create the system around the franchise quarterback when they come in, and then that makes it harder
Well,
because you get
absolutely.
what I'm
What I'm
saying?
saying is ultimately as far as like the money you can spend on free agency to get these different players in your camp and in your facility and in
Right.
your offense or your offense, as well as even on defense, like you're able to retain players that you may necessarily would not have been able to obtain because you
Facts.
have a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
ain't
I
paying them
really
30.
mean by what I'm saying as far as
Yeah,
build
you ain't paying
around
them
him
30.
that way. Like you have the flexibility financially to really put in that work to have that like think about it. Like even though Jalen Hurts just got paid after they got to the Super Bowl the first time. So they still
Yeah.
had the flexibility because they had made those moves, and that goes down the rabbit hole of how I just feel how the NFL, good owners, good GMs work that system the way that it's supposed to be worked. Like you're gonna have to pay your quarterback eventually, but you would hope that you have
True.
enough assets as far as picks to be able to still get high caliber picks with your draft pick. You're not gonna go just pick anyone just because you have a need. No, you're gonna pick the best player available. Like they already
Right.
had a good, decent defensive line when they drafted Jalen Carter. There was really no need for them to draft him, other than they were in a luxury situation where they could just pick the best player available because they didn't really have. They're not really trying to fit a need.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, it's no different from how the NBA is. Like you saying, like even how the NBA is
Absolutely,
right now. Put the money into the system, and then it'll create winning. It's going to take time. That's just period. Even if you try to like throw
absolutely,
some random people in there, it still takes time. So to me, it's better to build it from scratch and allow it to take time because, like you said, now I got more time to like OKC. They got at least 3 more years, 4 more years before they got to start
bro. They
thinking
didn't have
about
to pay
damn
nobody until this year.
to this
They
year.
didn't have to pay him this year, but they jumped all on it. He paid all them boys. He paid Dude the rookie max extension, Chet, and I believe he paid Jalen the rookie
Yes,
max
sir.
extension. So
Yeah,
he basically they saved money. They locked up all three of their best players for the next 5 years, at least the next three.
hell yeah. That's
So
exactly what you're
and
supposed to do.
absolutely, and it's still to a point where I seen they're not even really going to be able, like they're going to be able to re-sign a Caruso if they want to. They're going to
Right.
be able to re-sign some of these bench players that what I mean, that are key to their success. And they draft real decent. They drafted a center out of
Yeah,
Georgetown who I thought was the second best center in the draft.
yeah, and it's kind of what you said though. Like they locked them in right now. So them contracts don't start till like maybe a year or two from now because they still under their regular contracts. You get what I'm saying? So like the ones that they were on
And not only
prior,
that, like I said, they were able to draft a position that's not of need. They already got two centers.
right?
You don't really need another one, but why not get another one when that's really your only position that you can triple up on? You
Yeah,
got enough guards. You got enough small, like half of their benches, tweeners, like can play two or three positions. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not really, that's why I said it's all about the imagination of the GM and the owner and that cohesiveness. If you
yeah,
can really think about how the game is going and have a future concept and not just get sucked into just trying to beat the best team in your conference, I think that's kind of, and this is off topic, but I feel like that's kind of what the Timberwolves did. I think the Timberwolves built their team to beat Denver and then
yeah,
build their team with the concept of how the NBA is going, which is to
right.
damn near positionless. So it makes more sense to have a bunch of 6'8", 6'9", 6'5", 6'6" combo wing, 3-and-D guys versus having a specialist like Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, Because he's
and
limited.
Jalen Daniels.
Yeah.
Like those, they're more specialists. They're more prominently dominant on defense. I
Yeah.
wouldn't neither consider neither one a two-way player. So with that being said, that's more of what the NBA is going towards is the two-way player because it's more of a European game. It's more of
Yeah.
a
You.
worldly game where it's kind of positionless and it's really about your IQ and your ability and your fundamentals. It
Yeah.
ain't
You
so
want
much
somebody
about
like Drew. Drew Holiday. You feel me? You want somebody who can do
man,
everything.
you gotta have people who can do more than just one thing. You
Yeah.
can't just be a one trick pony no more. Can't be Rudy Gobert. Can't. You can't just give me possibly 2 to 3 blocks a game, but can't give me a goddamn thing offensively.
Yeah. That's
That's
out the
just that's
window.
just not how the game is played now.
No, that's facts. Um, all right, man. We gonna push on forward, man. We gonna go to bench or start. You know what I'm saying? So, um, bench or start, man. Scottie Pippen or Kawhi Leonard.
Oh man, that's a good one. Cause I'm a Pip fan,
Mm-hmm.
but I like me some Claw too, cause that's one of the coldest nicknames in ever come out of the NBA.
Yeah, I agree.
And it fits him so perfect. It fits him so perfect. Um, shit, I'm gonna have to go Claw, man. I'm gonna have to go Claw, and the reason why I'm gonna go Claw because I don't believe Scottie Pippen ever won a defense. So with that being said,
What you say? Say that
I don't
again.
know
It
what it
broke up.
is, but I would bet that they might have similar. I said I don't know what it is, but my bet is they have similar first team or second team all defensive teams as far as the
Right.
numbers. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I know both of them, neither one of them is one defensive player of the year. So with that being
Right.
said, defensively, I would damn near put them. I wouldn't put. I'll give Scottie Pippen one point more defensively just because of his the way other people viewed him defensively and the players that he locked up that I seen him lock up. That's so I'm
Right.
giving 1 point in that regard to Scottie Pippen. But when we go to the offensive end, that's where I have to give Leonard 2 points over Pippen because he has a better
Midi.
pure jump shot. He definitely has a way better three ball, and he's a way better free throw shooter. So, with that being said, I'd have to give the edge to Kawhi Leonard by that 1 point just because he gets that extra 1 point offensively.
Okay. So, all right. I'm gonna be honest. It's easy for me because I ain't never liked no damn Scottie Pippen or the Bulls, but you know what I'm saying? We don't go that deep. They was decent, don't get me wrong. Over time, I got the respect, but I think my biggest thing is that I'm going to pick Kawhi because he went to two different teams, man, and got two rings. I mean, two rings from two different teams right there. The first one he got with Tim Duncan, and so you know what I'm saying that kind of like to me is equal to doing with Jordan. You know what I'm saying, but. Then to go out and go do it on your own, where you had a team that really didn't have Siakam wasn't Siakam who we thought he wasn't that guy like that yet. You know what I'm saying? What's my guy's name?
He wouldn't.
What's my
I
guy's
gotta
name?
say this before I forget. I just want to
Huh?
say this before I forget. Scottie Pippen, Houston Rockets jersey, nasty work.
Nasty work. Nasty work. Um, but yeah, I was saying, Siakam wasn't that guy, the guy that he was, and what was the point guard over there? I can't think of his name. The light
Van
skinned
Fleet,
dude. Yeah, Van Fleet, he wasn't who he was either.
Van
So
Fleet.
like, yeah, he wasn't who he was either. Like they found themselves through those playoffs. Like before that, um, they wasn't like those guys. They was decent, but they wasn't those guys. Now those we look at them as those guys. So I feel like Kawhi he led that team kind of by itself. They was decent. Don't get me
He
wrong. They
did.
was
The only
decent.
person that did a better, the only person that did something similar to that was D Wade on the Miami run. Uh, Miami Heat run when they won the finals with Shaq and all them old niggas. That was the
Right.
only person I seen do what Kawhi did, which is put a team on his back and take them all the way to the finals and win that shit. But go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So to me, that's what Since you broke it down from defense to offense, to me, that's what gives him an extra point in why I give him the start over Scottie Pippen just because he went out to go do that by himself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Scotty had a chance, but he got alley ooped on by Shaq Diesel and
yeah,
Kobe Lodge.
yes, sir.
And that was it. That was his best chance to win the ring without MJ and changing his legacy. Then he ended up with the Rockets, and it was nasty work.
Nasty, nasty work. All right, bench your start, Joe Montana or your boy Peyton Manning.
Joe Nice, it's not even a second thought. He was the reason why I played the position. He's the best thing outside of Tom Brady, and he's the closest thing to sliced bread.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to be real, man.
Enough said.
I'm gonna have to bench Joe Montana. I'm gonna have to go with Peyton Manning, man.
Oh
Peyton
my
Manning, that
God.
guy. Peyton Manning's that
Joe
dude, man.
Montana, if you ever listen to this, that's blasphemy. I don't know what type of liquid he got into. He might have smelled some bleach before he got on this pod. Joe Montana, he doesn't mean it. He doesn't know.
Listen,
He's a lot younger
listen,
than me, so he don't know.
listen. Joe. I say that to say Joey had way more talent with him over there. Peyton didn't have as much talent to
Oh
go
my
get his
god.
ring. You feel me?
Oh my god. So Harrison ain't a Hall of Famer.
He is, but he ain't no damn Jerry Rice.
Edgerrin James ain't a Hall of Famer.
He is, but he ain't, man. Cause we ain't even finna go
Come
there,
on
man.
now. Come on now. That's
Man,
the only person that you can say Joe had was a Hall of Famer was Jerry Rice.
man, he had damn. Why you gonna put me
None of
on the
them
spot like
offensive
that?
linemen made it. I
Then
think
he got
Roger Craig might have made it. I don't know for sure.
okay, man. You might be right. You
He
know
had a
what, man?
Head coach. He had a Hall of Fame head coach, but so did Peyton. So did Peyton. Like you got to go back and look, man. Go back and look at them numbers, man. Go back and look at that ball and how it come out his arm, man. I think that's what it is. I think you didn't get to see Joe. I think
No,
that's
I
what it
seen.
is. You didn't really watch Joe.
Listen, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, man. I seen Joe at the
You was
end.
you was you was like two. You was like
I seen
three.
I seen
How
Joe
how
at the
many
end.
years younger than are you or me?
Man, I'm up there.
Are
Hey,
you
I'm.
four?
Hey,
You're
nah,
four.
man. I'm the 3'9". No, I'm the 3'9". So I'm up there. I'm right behind you.
So
But
you don't
listen,
turn 40 till this year.
to this year.
So you're
Listen, but
four
look.
years behind me.
Yes, but listen. This is what I'm
So when
saying.
I watch
I
the
seen
game,
KC. I seen
no,
KC
I
Joe
gotta kill
Montana.
you on this because Joe is my idol. Outside of Tom,
But look at them stats.
Tom
But
is
go
number one because
look at them stats. We can pull
go
up them
ahead. I'm
stats. Joe
sorry. I
Montana.
just get fired up about Joe, man. That's my
Joe.
position, man. Me, man. You
But listen, what
you
I'm
hurt
saying
my
is
feelings with this one. Go ahead, man.
Peyton Manning got better stats, man. But we can pull up them stats is better. So
The
Peyton
league
Manning
was
got them.
different.
True, but that's why I'm picking him. You know what I'm saying? So I seen Peyton, and before these dudes wasn't gunning and throwing 4,000 yards like that. They was on and off with it. These new dudes is really doing that consistently. So, but I seen KC Joe Montana. That's the one I seen. I ain't really get to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. And I
So you're
think,
saying Peyton Manning over Montana.
yeah, that's how we
That's what
gotta
it is.
go.
I'm gonna leave it at that, man.
That's how we got.
I'm gonna let
Hey,
you have your opinion, man. I'm gonna let you
listen,
have
man.
your opinion. Bitch Mob, please leave in the comments who you feel who is right on this, Joe Montana or Peyton Manning. Please give us some comments because
Man, they gonna pick
I
Joey.
don't believe he believes this.
Listen, you
Quit
don't think I
calling him
believe?
Joey. His name ain't Joey, punk. His name is Joe. Put some respect on his name. It's Montana, the greatest. The reason why Tom Brady was who he was.
Listen,
Joe
man.
Cool didn't break a sweat. Smooth as ice. Outside of Joe Namath, the nigga was the coolest. That was the whitest. That white boy was the coolest white boy I ever saw. Like, come on, man, give that boy his
Listen,
respect, man.
man. I'm gonna put respect on his name, but listen, all I'm saying is this: Joey. Listen, Joey.
Planner's peanut head ass Peyton Manning, that nigga was whack. His daddy gave him the blueprint,
54
and he still couldn't get but
50,
one ring.
but listen, he got 54,000 yards in 1 year, bro. Come on, man. Joe ain't even Joe never even got 4,000. So you get what I'm saying? I'm
I
going
just
off them
told you
stats.
that wasn't the air, bro. That was not the air. If he played in the air where he could get loose and get that arm real loose and goosey, he would have been. Man, come on, man. Don't
True,
do Joe
but
like you tried to
listen.
play
He
my
got
Joe, man.
no. I'm not trying to play him. Listen, what I'm saying is the elevation grew that much better. It's like how I feel about LeBron and Jordan. I feel Bron is better. Look, he got the stats. He got the he got the most points to ever be scored. Right now, if you look at Peyton Manning, he got 30,000 more yards than Joe Montana. So I'm saying, you get what I'm saying? I'm
Okay,
going
so
you saying, listen, you saying
I'm
that
all right,
you
me and
saying
you.
Joe,
Let
huh?
me just cut you off with this one. I gotta
Okay,
cut you off with this one, bro. Me and you
go
are
ahead.
what they call blind sexuals, right? I
True.
don't like that term. I hate it, but let's just be facts. We that's our guy. There's nothing that anyone could say that will make us change our mind on that. But you have never heard in the history of our friendship and our relationship, which goes 20 years plus, me ever say LeBron was better than Jordan. Because that would be blasphemy. That's what I'm
Listen,
trying to get you to understand. We have to
that's your.
respect the history of these games. We cannot go off of bias
But
of
see,
what we've
okay.
seen the
But you say that.
last
But you
20
say that.
years. You
But
got
you
to
say
do
that.
your
But
research
listen,
and go
I.
back.
But listen, you say all that, and I say some, and then I say some shit like, okay, Jordan ain't better than Will Chamberlain, and then niggas say, oh, he was playing against taxi cab drivers. It's like, damn, y'all got all these excuses, but Will was averaging 50 points a game, and
No,
then you would
bro,
say,
we
oh, look,
don't see.
but
We
but
can't.
then everybody will say,
You can't. Wilt's
oh, it's
never.
about rings.
Wilt has never. Wilt lost that title of being the best when all the rest of them dudes came after him and was better than him. Jordan
How?
has been gone for what do you mean? Everybody
Who
was
was
talking
better,
about Jerry West and Kareem
man?
Abdul-Jabbar after
Because they
Wilt
go off of
Chamberlain.
rings.
Don't start.
Because
You know I'm telling the
listen,
truth. You
because
know I'm telling the truth.
this is what they do. This is what they do. I don't agree with the theory of rings. So
No,
everybody.
no,
So
no. We're
listen,
not gonna
everybody.
go on what
Listen,
they do.
listen.
We
Everybody
talking
judges.
about me and you right
Listen,
now. We
I
having an
know,
argument between
but
me and
listen,
you.
everybody.
Ain't even an
It's
argument, a
true,
debate.
but that's facts. But listen, what I'm saying is most people who make their debate, they choose this off of the rings. I don't go off of the rings. Let's go off of the stats. So then it's like, hell no, you cheating because you're going off the stats. It's like you going off of rings. Rings don't determine you to being the greatest.
Even
To
if
me,
we
that
even if we
like,
go off
come
of
on.
stats, LeBron has
What?
never won a defensive player of the year and a off and MVP in the same year.
Bro, they
That means
played
you were the
them.
best offensive player in the year. That
So
means you were the best defensive
listen,
player in that year. 81 the
listen,
finals.
I got the argument. I got the argument for
Like
that. We could
he
pull
did
up.
the
Hey,
triple threat. That hasn't.
listen,
I think the only person that's
can I
done
cut
that
you off? Can I cut
is
you off
the
real
only
quick?
person that's done. Listen, the only person. Listen. The only person that's won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year is the Greek Freak, and
But
he didn't
listen,
win the chip. He didn't get the trifecta.
Can I make that? Can I make my argument with that?
Like you gotta think, bro.
Can
Like
I make my
that's,
argument with
bro.
that?
Think
Can I make
about
my
it.
argument? Can I argue with you
No,
real quick?
because I want to finish my argument.
Go
No,
ahead.
I gotta finish mine.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying to you. Bron, yes, he has the numbers as far as scoring titles. I mean, not scoring titles, but scoring all time. He don't have him in scoring titles. He don't have him in defensive player of the years. He don't have him in every real statistic that we free throw shooting, 3-point shooting. I think he might be a better 3-point shooter than Jordan.
Assist,
But
nigga,
as far as
steals.
mid range, everything else that you're giving me, the only stat, listen, the only stat that Bron has over Jordan is the scoring title, the amount of times that he got to the finals, and the longevity of scoring 20 points or 20 something points
No,
above longer than
that
Jordan. But
no, that's
other than
not
that,
facts.
on
Listen,
every
LeBron.
on every numerical level, on every
No,
eyesight test of what you believe a great should be, there's no way you can say
listen,
in your heart of hearts
listen,
that you can look at Jordan and his
listen.
whole career, and hopefully
Bro.
this is Bron's last year, and even if he wins a ring, he's still not going to be number one in my book.
Listen, let me. Okay, so let me
He's
say what I
one
got.
A
Listen,
or
okay,
one
so let me
B, excuse me.
listen. So before I get too deep, I'm gonna say this. You said let's be clear. LeBron has better points. I mean, Jordan got average more points than LeBron. LeBron has better rebounding, assists. He got the scoring title and the defensive player of the year you talking about. We can go look it up right now and go look up who they gave it to. They gave it to Marc Gasol and go look and see who should have won that. Nigga, they was hating on LeBron. LeBron had better defensive stats than Marc Gasol, but they gave it to Marc Gasol. Go look at it. We can pull it up right now. I'm 100% sure they was hating. They did that because they didn't want this argument to happen. So they always wanted to make it be that. They always wanted to make it be all LeBron and Jordan, Jordan and LeBron. My thing is this. I judge it off of, okay, like you said, okay, so awards, that's cool. I feel that. But then my thing is, it goes back to the same thing that everybody say about Wilt. Jordan was playing against taxi cab drivers. It was only like 30 really superstars. The rest of them was bums. It wasn't really a whole bunch of people that was
I
playing
mean,
like what we see right now. Compared them dudes from the 90s would not be able to play with these athletic dudes now. They wouldn't last.
first of
They didn't
all,
have the gas
I'm
tank.
gonna cut you off right there. I'm gonna cut you off right there.
That's
Hold your thought.
facts.
I'm gonna cut you off right there. They only no, that's not facts. They
Them
only
facts.
got they only got tested back in the 90s. I believe one time Gilbert Arenas said. Now I wasn't in the NBA, so I don't know how the testing go. But he them niggas only got tested one time back in the 90s. And nigga, the 90s is known for steroid use and all that shit in baseball and football. So I don't know why basketball would be any different. Them niggas was playing 82 games. The
But they
East
was
was way
bums.
more loaded than it is ever been. Listen, the East was way more loaded than it has ever been in the history of LeBron being in the East.
It was
Since he's
listen,
gotten
you
to the West, that's the only thing that listen. That's the since he's gotten to the West, that's the only thing that's given him any type of
but
credibility to
I'm
even
talking
have a
about talent.
conversation about
But I'm speaking
playing. Listen. That's the only thing that's gave him credibility to ever even have the open his mouth and say something about being next to Jordan is the fact that he did go to the West. He did have to go through gauntlets to try to get to the finals. And
but
so far, nigga hasn't done it besides the bubble.
yeah, but listen, the talent is way better is what I'm saying. You saying so to
How,
me, George,
nigga? The
listen,
East was cold. He had to
the
go through
East didn't have
Detroit. He had to
listen,
go through the Sixers. He had to go
listen.
through the Boston
Them was
Celtics.
one listen, them was one
Like,
and
what do
two
you
teams.
mean?
Neve, let's be I'm talking about the
Atlanta was
talent.
cold. I think Atlanta might have
I'm
been the
talking
one seed one year. He
but I'm
blitzed
speaking
their ass.
but I'm speaking about the real the talent on the team, the whole overall
The
talent,
Knicks was
not just
cold. The Sixers was cold. Like, what are you
bro.
talking? Like, see, this is why we
This
had
is
this pod, bro. Because me and you
what.
been had these conversations because you, for some strange reason, don't believe that there was a better version of the NBA. I think
No,
you're
listen.
sucked into the rest of these niggas and think that the
This is what
NBA
I'm
just
saying.
got good.
This is what I'm saying. Of course, this is what I'm saying. Okay, they learned the what how the bums was from the 90s and the early 2000s. Like you start getting better talent in the early 2000s, but they learned how to condition themselves and be better athletes. So the athletes in this time is better. Yes, it looks like the teams in the East and stuff is weak, but if you put them dudes against a whole bunch of the people that was in the league then, they will run through them because they are more athletic. Them dudes back in the 90s was not athletic. So hell yeah, Jordan was gonna
That's
win. But listen, let
this.
me say what I'm saying. Let me say this. Hell yeah,
We
them
can't
dudes was
we
not
can't talk
athletic.
about
Listen,
evolution. That we're
let
not
me
talking about
let me say
evolution.
this.
We're talking about
But what I'm saying is
eras. You
this,
can't put era against era.
bro.
We're talking about eras. In
What
LeBron's
I'm saying,
era, was what did he do?
that ain't
In
what
the in
this is
MJ's
what my point
era,
was.
what did he do?
Listen, my point is this: they were not athletic. If you put Bron in that same time, it
Oh
took Jordan
God.
out. Listen, what I'm saying. Listen, if you took Bron in that same time and took Jordan out the league, Bron would have won 6 rings too. What I'm saying is that the talent, the athleticism, every dude on the team from 1 to 12 was not athletic. Them right now, you just said it
So you don't
in
think we
the
were trying to
you
break
just. But
Bron
listen,
up?
wait, let me say this. You just said this prior in
Don't
this
Bron cry
conversation.
after every foul?
But listen, this is what you said. This is what you said prior in the last statements that we was just saying in the other conversation about the teams. You just said that basically you was just saying the same thing I'm saying as far as the talent. The talent is 1 through 12, bro. They didn't have that same talent. It was like 1 through 4, 1 through 3. They only had like two. Sometimes they had three good players, but most of the time it was a superstar and an all-star. Right now you getting two superstars in the league on the same team, on most teams. And then you got players that they just way more athletic. I'm just saying they're more conditioned. I'm not saying that Jordan was playing against 100% weak taxi cab drivers. No, it was some good players in the league. Not everybody was bums. So let me clarify that. What I'm saying is the majority of the others, role players and stuff, they were bums. I'm not talking about the main guys. No, like if you say Allen Houston or you say something like that, no, he was averaging damn near like 17, 18 points. So yeah, we ain't talking about Allen Houston, but I'm talking about the bums. They had more bums than they do now. Right now, these players could start on a lot of different teams. Look at Shea Gilchrist Alexander. They passed up on him and traded him, and look at who he is. We never found players like that. We didn't used to find it, every now and then you would get a T Mac, but we wasn't getting players like James Harden getting traded from other teams and being mega stars. It wasn't happening like that in Jordan's era. It was John Stockton, Karl Malone, Ewing. It was the same niggas. That's what I'm saying. So like his competition didn't change much for his over the period of time Jordan was playing. Brown's competition changed hella times. He had to go against Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and KG. Man, Jordan and them would have got ran through on that squad, bro. Like, man, to me, that's just Ian Ray John Rondo. So what I'm saying is, man, it was never no team stacked like that. Besides when we look at that 96 Bulls team, that's the only team that ever been stacked like what the teams is now. Other than that, it never was teams stacked like what they is now. But that, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. But, you know what I mean? Bench a start, man. We gonna move on. Like, I hope, hey, you here? You still there? Yo, yo.
Yeah, I'm here. I just
Oh,
didn't
okay.
want to argue
All right, yeah, so I'm
with
through.
you,
I
so
had to get
your
my,
opinion on it.
yeah, I got my last little rant out. I'm good. Okay, so, all right, so bench a start, Penny Hardaway or Derrick Rose.
I'm at the bench.
You said who? Benching
Rose,
who?
and I'm
D
gonna
Rose.
start Benny
Okay.
Cherew, man. He had the passing ability, the magic, and he had the scoring ability of not even a T Mac, like a. He would do moves like when he scored, when he was on his scoring shit, like he really be a bag. Like I seen him hit step back threes before there was even really that was really a thing. Like I seen him
Yeah.
do just crazy stuff offensively. I just think that injuries really derailed his. Like D Rose still had a semi good career after he had his injuries, but Penny really was never the same. Like he had a little spurt, like D Rose did in Minnesota, and he had in I think it was Phoenix. But I just being a basketball head and just thinking of a 6'8", 6'7", 7 foot wingspan point guard that can pass just legendary type passes and can score 20 a night. I mean, D Rose, I don't see him having that type of bag. God didn't bless him. Now D Rose was 2 or 3 inches taller, then we would have a different conversation. But the fact that this episode, everybody, but I'm just gonna keep it a bean. I mean, if the shoe was on the other foot, D Rose was 6'7", and Penny was 6'3", then I would have to go with D Rose. I'm just going off of basketball being a sport of it's always been better for you to be a taller player. It's basketball.
I could feel that. Man, I'm trying to think who I would really choose. Cause I like
It's
to.
a tough
I'm gonna be real.
question. It's definitely a tough question, man.
Because the thing is it's a tough question because their careers is kind of similar. Yeah, Derrick Rose, he got
I'm just
to
looking
play.
off of the perspective of also. Go
You
ahead.
said no, no. You say what you gonna say. I ain't gonna. I ain't for. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the fact that D Rose, even at his prime, still had to get through a LeBron and couldn't do it, versus Penny in his prime got to the finals, just injuries derailed him afterwards. So I'm looking at it off of the potential too, like where they got their team before the injury. You know what I
That's the
mean? So I could
that.
kind of gauge what I think their potential could have been had they not got injured. Like I don't know if D Rose and that Bulls team would have ever got over LeBron, even with a healthy D Rose. I know because I seen it that the Orlando Magic would have gotten further in the playoffs, even if Shaq would have left. I still think they could have put enough around Penny with a healthy Penny to where he could have, especially when the East back then, because I think Jordan would have been back, but he still would have had most of the team outside of Shaq. He just wasn't. He just never was healthy.
Yeah. I think what the thing you said. I don't think neither one of them quite made it to their prime. That's the crazy part about it is like we seen them. They was young as
Yeah,
hell.
yeah,
Both of them
and
like
I agree 110% with that.
that's why that I think that's why I'm like, damn. But I guess if I go off of talent, shoot, Penny Hardaway was doing he was probably doing the Euro step before everybody. So and he was doing it the wrong way too. So if you go look, got like a
Dang.
Euro back step. And it's so nice because it's the with the opposite. It's like the opposite way. It's the wrong way. He do like a spin euro. It's weird as hell, but man, he used to create hella space. And I think you said he was a T Mac. I think he was damn near LeBron before LeBron. Like if you just want to be
I
real,
said
like he
Kobe,
was,
but
or like Kobe, like he was like
yeah,
one of them because he was a point guard,
he was
like you
definitely
said.
LeBron before LeBron. He was
he was
definitely because he's more of
a
a
guard, right?
point guard, but he's in the of the body shape or the height anyway of like a power forward,
Right. So
especially in the
um,
'90s. You know, power
he
forwards wasn't 7 feet or close to it. They was six eight,
yeah,
6'7". You know, these are the Barclays, the Dennis Rodman 6'10", 6'11". You know, that didn't start until KG, and then that's when it just
right.
started to go to the Dirks and you know what I mean, the Lamar Odoms and you know the 6'10", be able to put it on the floor and get a bucket by clip.
Yeah, that's facts. So yeah, I mean, I think I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with Penny Hardaway. I'm gonna be honest. The thing that had me struggling about is that Derrick Rose did have an MVP year and Penny didn't. So that was like kind of weighing on me a little bit. But at the same time,
Yeah,
yeah, he did. He had that MVP. That was the year that he was going. But I think the reason why I'm gonna pick Penny is because it goes back to that same thing I was just saying to you. The technology wasn't as great. So if you tore your ACL or MCL, you was done back in the day. Like you couldn't recover and be who you was. Now, if you that happens, the recovery time is quicker, and man, you bounce back like ain't nothing happened. So I'm gonna give it to Penny
fact,
Hardaway because
fact.
he had a harder road. You know what I'm saying? To just try to
Mm-hmm.
keep playing. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
okay. Bench or start, man. Terrell Owens, T.O., or Chad Ochocinco.
Ooh wee. You know I love Twinkle Toes Chad, but T.O.'s T.O.'s I mean, the fact that he was able to go other places and still produce, I mean, that is it's a landslide To just because of the not. I mean, no
Okay.
cut before the season. Like you really only had one spot, and that was with with the Bengals. Outside of that, you didn't have no success nowhere else. Versus T.O. went shit to the Eagles. He went to shit Buffalo. Like he still to the Cowboys. Like he
The
still had
Niners.
success in other places.
Yeah.
Well, he started with the Niners.
Right. Um. Yeah, man. I think it like you said, it's a landslide. I think T.O. is a better just receiver in general. Route running, conditioning, just mindset. Man, dude was unstoppable. Ocho Cinco, like you
Well,
said, he was cool, but
I would give routes. I would give routes over. I would give Chad Ocho Cinco a nudge over To and routes. That's and T.O. would tell you that. But just as far as being able to be a dog and turn something out of nothing, and you know, I think To is second all time in catches in the game with like 21 or something crazy. Like
yeah,
he just he brought too much to the table. Chad was like, yeah, you was nice, you could get off the line, but outside of the years that you had Carson Palmer and you had TJ Houshmandzadeh who came out of nowhere on the other side, other than that, you really didn't have too big of numbers. Like Chris Carter showed a lot. I be watching Chris Carter's pod and he showed some numbers of or not numbers but clips. Chad Ocho couldn't even get off the line his first few years of the league. Like niggas was regular DBs, just your standard DB NFL DB was locking his monkey ass up. So I believe a lot of his contributions came from the players around him versus just his ability. Because, like I said, he wasn't able to have any success anywhere else.
no, that's facts. Um, in I mean, you said success though. I don't know if he really ever had success. He wasn't really never on a winning team like that too. So
Well,
That's gonna mean something
no,
too. Like,
I mean success. I mean individual success.
yeah, but see, but I mean, all that impacts everything. So like, all
Your
that kind of goes
peers and
with.
being in the top 100.
Yeah, he definitely was in the tops as far as numbers. Yeah. But shout out to both of them, man, because like they
Yeah,
both. I like both of them.
absolutely. T.O.
You
Chad,
said
he
T.
one of the coldest route runners I've seen. You got Twinkle Toes, but it is what it is. You was a lot in the ass, and you was with the Bengals. Like y'all was the
Yeah,
laughing stock of the NFL. No one
he might.
ever even thought that y'all would even get close to winning your division for years.
Yeah, he
Like
might have
y'all
needed.
haven't even with y'all with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, y'all don't get no respect because no one really like it's Cincinnati Bengals. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he might have needed a better quarterback. But that's another conversation. Um,
I
moving
mean,
along.
he had John Kitna for
You say he had who?
John Kitna.
Uh, yeah. We
Exactly.
gonna
Go
we
ahead.
gonna move on. Yeah, we gonna go to the TBQs, man. So I want to know what's the weakest jersey number you had to wear, and what's the story behind it? Like why
Ooh
you had to
wee.
get the weak number?
Ooh wee. Ooh man, I had some nasty work um in my life, but the worst was probably my sixth grade year of basketball. And it really ain't too nasty at work because when I tell you whose number it is and I tell you the player, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, but it's still nasty work to me. And I played for my middle school team and I got number 41.
Yeah. So you was looking because numbers associate with like position a little bit. So you be looking for certain numbers. But why you ain't like that number? What happened? Why'd you get it? How'd you get it?
Well, for one, I was a point guard slash two guard. So to get the number 41 was just nasty work to me. I wanted a single digit number. I wanted to,
Right.
this was around the time Michigan and all that was popping. So I wanted a five or a four or a
Or
one like
three or
Penny
something. Yeah.
or some, yeah,
M9.
something in the
Yeah.
digits. Yeah, something in the digits, maybe even a 10 or 11. But
Yeah.
I got 41 and
That was like a power forward number back in the day, right?
exactly. That's like a
Yeah.
power forward slash center number. So, and I'm playing guard with 41. And then, but the number 41 was kind of significant at that age because that was the age of my mom at the time. So that was dope. I didn't even think of that. I just, like I said, they gave me the number. It wasn't like I got to choose. And
Right.
then, 41 is also Glenn Rice's phone, player number.
Right.
So, it, it it had, at least it was one player in the league that had good game and wore that number. Nor I've never been a shooter. Anyone who's ever known me knows that is not my game. So I'm not saying it for that aspect, bitch. Please don't kill me for that and think that I was a shooter and I'm trying to say that. That's not the case. What I'm saying is just at least it was one player who was an all-star that wore that number. But yeah,
Yeah.
41 was the nasty work I got. What about you?
Man, the nastiest number I had, man, I was playing middle linebacker, and like I for some reason, like when them coaches when they like you, when you like they top person, like for some reason, like y'all get there, you like normally get to like see everybody pick their numbers together, but like when they like people, nigga, they already got their numbers. So you come and you be looking, trying to search to see, like, damn, what number I can get. The numbers is already like checked out. So, man, this was I believe, let me see, what was this? This might have been high school. I'm pretty sure this was probably high school. Yeah, ninth grade. Uh, man, they gave me number 63, man. I was pissed off because I'm middle linebacker, like 63. Bro, like, man, they wanted to. My mama wanted to buy athletic pictures. I'm like, hell no, you can't even purchase them. No, sir. With 63, that's a lineman's number, bro. I was pissed. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, they
Man,
used to. They were showing
that's a
favoritism.
backup. That's a backup left guard.
Yeah, you feel me? That's a lineman number, boy. That had me hella heated. Never again. All right.
That's
Which which players in the '90s? Which NBA players in the '90s did you not? You know what I'm saying? Deal with. You hated. Like it got on your nerves, and why?
man. It was a couple, man. It was a couple. In the '90s, I never could stand Patrick Ewing, man. I didn't like his game. I didn't like his kneecaps. I hated the way he wore volleyball knee pads playing basketball, and he had compression knee pads underneath. I couldn't
Yeah.
stand the fact that everybody gave him so much credit, but the boy was a one trick pony. He could block a shot here and there. I got him at the ass end of his career. So don't forgive me, Patrick. I know you was a dog in the early 80s or mid 80s or late 80s or whatever it was. Nigga, I was still a young bull. I didn't catch you until the 90s where your kneecaps had gave out. So
Man.
bear with me. But he and especially he's probably 1A. I mean 1B. 1A is Isaiah Thomas. I can't stand
IT.
the nigga. I can't stand that nigga. It's something about them caterpillar eyebrows and the fact that he's a Chi Town nigga. And I hate bitch Mob. I hope if you from the Chi, don't hold this against me. But you niggas is wild. And it's been, I've, in my history of life, I haven't met a nigga from the Chi that I could trust. So that nigga and the fact that he just seems like a phony ass nigga. Something about him don't seem genuine at all. Every time that smile, I just want to sock him in his eye. Like the nigga is just not. He's just a sucker. So with that being said, he's probably the number one without a doubt. Isaiah Thomas.
All right. So for me, it's for sure gonna be the mailman Carl Malone. This game was just so basic and boring, and I just never liked it. I don't know. I just hated his little slick back hair that he had. I just ain't like nothing about Carl Malone, old buff ass. Like I just couldn't stand him.
That
He used to
nigga's
piss
built
me
like
off.
a wrestler.
Man, he was on steroids. You remember you said they wasn't they wasn't doing nothing on steroids. That boy had to be. He was so cut. Like boy, ain't no way in hell you ain't take no steroids. And I just I just hate. Let me be clear. It ain't just Malone. I ain't like Stockton. I ain't like Jeff Hornacek. I ain't like the damn Utah Jazz. Like the whole team all together. I despised them. And then you said 1A or 1B. That's 1B. My 1A person, I always never liked it. I ain't give a damn. I used to collect basketball cards, and I didn't give a damn. I was like, I'm passing these on.
Man,
That's
you crease
Michael.
him and then pass him.
That's Michael Jeffrey Damn Jordan. I ain't never liked him. Ask anybody. I hated the nigga. People say, "Oh, who was your favorite player?" It wasn't Michael Jeffrey Damn Jordan, man. So you feel me? He crushed. Hey, once I lost with Charles Barkley, man, I hated Michael Jordan, man. I ain't never liked Cuz. I still don't like dude. I give him his respect, but man, I got me a couple pair of Jordans though, cause they fresh. But you know what I'm saying? I don't like Jordan though, man. Jordan, if I see you, if you don't give me no Jordans, man, we gonna have an issue. But all right, moving along, man. For the last TBQ question, man, what was the best NFL video game you played between the '90s and the 2000s, man? Early 2000s. Like, what was your tops game?
Man, it's got to be that NFL game they had on Dreamcast. Can't think of the name
Man,
how what it was.
it was
I don't know if it was.
2K. It was 2K.
Might have been 2K
It was
football or
2K.
something.
They had the in the head cam.
Man, they had everything on
Yeah,
Dreamcast. It was
it
just
was
so
2K.
futuristic
Yes,
and it was
sir.
just so fluid. It was just so crisp. Like
Man,
it's what is the reason why EA had to step their game up and get their shit together and really step, because Madden for a while had a weird format. Like it stayed the same, the players changed, but the format as far as how it was played, they might have tweaked a couple of things here or there, gave you a little stiff arm ability, or certain players had certain abilities, but it really didn't change as far as viewing wise and as far as graphic wise.
yeah.
Once Dreamcast came out with that extra whoop de bam and everything looked real smooth and fluid and real light, Madden was like up and followed
They
the blueprint.
they bought them
So
out.
I
They bought them
definitely have
out.
to say that football for Dreamcast.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna say something throwback, but now that you said that, I'm gonna be honest. That game, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, man. That 2K was nice. It was in the head. Like quarterback, you could be in the head and play. They had so much stuff, like you said. Even the controls, they started doing switch ups to where it was like a little bit more technical. And even
More
NBA
ability, more
Live,
for you to take more advantage. Or like,
yeah, like
how Madden has user pick. Like they had that ability on that. It wasn't called that, but I remember the graphics. Like I remember the dude going up and picking the ball a certain way. Like it was like
yeah,
real life. Like how a dude goes up and ball hawks that Joker like floopies. Like
hey,
it just was crisp.
and you could pick your plays through the controller. Like that was dope. I thought that was
Yeah,
hot.
it came up on the controller, so a nigga couldn't just be eye hawking your plays.
Yeah, I love that. But yeah, man, shout out to 2K, man. I'm pissed that they. I used
Man,
to always say
hey,
that.
I
I
heard
used to
they
be
coming
pissed.
back with the they go 2K is gonna do the or no, is it EA? I think it's EA. I think it's EA
Yeah,
that's gonna do the college basketball.
yeah, it's EA. No, I think it's 2K. It's 2K. I
2K?
don't
I
think.
hope it's
Yeah,
2K.
EA ain't been in the game for a long time, man. They out of there. But we gonna move on to niche nugs, man. And since we speaking about nugs, man, Neef, man, let us know, man. What's your go-to, man? Indica, sativa, or hybrid? You know what I'm saying? Let me know.
I'm a old head now, man. So I like the OG, man, but I like the OG from back in the day, man. It's got to have that old school strand to it, man. It's got to have real good, gigantic buds and real flavorful and funky. Like you don't even need but a dub sack in the living room and a plastic bag, and the whole living room is funky. Niggas is thinking you got a whole
Functified.
onion bunion popped open in that bitch. That's
Yeah,
that's what I like. I'm a skunky type of bud. You don't really. It could be a hybrid, but it's got to be real funky. I like. I'm a smell. I'm a person that goes off of visual, so I want it to look a certain way. Like I said, it's
you're
got to
right.
have the big buds. I love for it to have that good frost. It ain't got to be light or dark. Just as long as it got the features of the bud buds and the frost
And you
and
need that
the,
punch. And you
the
need that
smell.
and
I'm
that
I'm
punch.
really I'm big on the smell, and then like once I smoke it, it's gotta have that choke. If it ain't a
True.
choky weed, I don't really. If I can smoke half the blunt and don't cough not once, it's
Yeah.
guaranteed huff in my head. It could be some
Yeah.
fire, but in my head it's gonna be huff because I ain't choking enough.
Guess who pulled up on us on the pod, man? In the comments, Desmond. What's the business, Desmond?
What's
Shout
what's
out.
going on, Dez? Shout out to Dez, man. Real talk.
Yeah, shout out, man. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. That was the end of the Benchmark podcast. I was gonna say every Wednesdays y'all could come check us out, man. Uh, look, 7 p.m. or 7:30. It depends on how we feeling. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we got bills to pay. You feel me? So we gonna go pay them bills first, and then we gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? So
That part.
I, I'm your boy Broadway Beats. I got
It's
your
your
boy
boy
with me,
Neef.
Neef, aka Mr. Big Perp. If you trying to get perked up, man, you already
Know it.
know. He gonna show you how to get your
Dope
Vikings gear
Nation.
up.
Let's get it.
You feel me? So appreciate y'all for tapping in. Benchmark podcast. We out this damn thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Peace.